All right, all right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hot Seat Automotive Podcast. Your buddy CJ here. We're talking about all things automotive industry, the car guy hobby, automotive enthusiast hobby. We're talking about cars, classic cars, exotic cars, modern cars, everything and anything under the sun related to the wonderful automotive enthusiast hobby that we enjoy together. This is the place for real gearhead talk. We say it all the time. Real gearhead talk is right here on Hot Seat Automotive Podcast. Guys, welcome back. All my subscribers, love you guys. If you're not a subscriber, you're certainly welcome here. Thanks for checking out the channel. We have a lot of fun talking about car guy stuff. Please give me a like and subscribe. Leave me those comments, guys. You know, your buddy CJ will answer all the comments he can. This is what we do. We love talking about car guy stuff, don't we? And we're starting a new segment here on Hot Seat Automotive Podcast, and I want to invite you all to get involved. Listen, I want to review your car. This is what car guys do. We talk about each other's cars. We share feedback. we talk about upgrading each other's cars and what we might do to each other's cars and how they stack up and what's next for that car and make suggestions. We help each other out. Sometimes we razz each other a little bit. Come on, it's all part of the fun of the hobby. But guys, I've been having a bunch of followers and listeners hit me up on Instagram. And really say, hey, CJ, what do you think about my car? Hey, can you do a review of my car? And I thought about it and I said, let's do it. Let's do it. So we're going to start out here with my buddy Justin R. in California and talk about his 1965 Mustang. But guys, hit me up. Slide into my DMs. Your buddy CJ says, slide into them DMs. Come on. Guys, hit me up. You know how to find me. I'm not hard to find. Hit me up on Instagram. Send me pics of your car. Tell me what you got. We'll do an episode on it. I'd love to do it. Listen, this is what we do. Automotive enthusiasts. We love talking about cars. It's one thing to talk about a $2 million Bugatti that's never going to see the light of day, or, $500,000 Corvette sitting in someone's collection, special, limited, first edition, whatever, that nobody will ever see on the road. Yeah, okay, whatever. I want to talk about your car. Isn't that what we do? Car guys, real car guys, not posers. Real car guys like us and car girls, we like driving our cars. We like talking about our cars. We put miles on our cars. All right, we out there. We in the streets, people. And that's really what this channel is all about. This is real gearhead talk for real automotive enthusiasts. So let's talk about your car. Hit me up, and we'll do a little episode on your car. But today, we've got something really special. My buddy Justin R. out there in California. Check this out. This is Justin R.'s 1965 Mustang. This is really a sweet example of a survivor. This car, my buddy Justin tells me, has about 60,000 original miles. He bought this car back in September as a project he's going to work on with his father, Jason. Shout out to Jason and Justin. Thank you so much for being listeners, subscribers, and for being a part of the channel here. It's got the original drivetrain. Justin tells me it's near perfect. We're talking about that 289 V8 mated to an automatic transmission. Okay. First of all, this episode is about you, Justin, and your car and restoring it with your dad. I think that's awesome. It's not about me, but I want to tell you, this story really kind of touched me because your buddy CJ got his start in this hobby many years ago with my dad. My dad had a significant influence on me, and we worked on various projects together, trucks and cars, you name it. Had a meaningful impact on me to last a lifetime, right? And fast forward with my son, I spent a lot of time with him as well as my daughter with cars and automotive events and the hobby. It was a big part of my experience as a dad. So I say all of that to get back to you, Justin, and your father, Jason. I think it's really cool to see the hobby is alive and living well. And these are memories to last a lifetime. Justin is a young man who's going to use this car as a daily. So think about that. All you car guys out there, our buddy Justin is absolutely going to be driving this old Mustang as a daily. And I just think that's so cool. Justin, you're going to be the coolest kid in school with this car. I'll tell you what, most of your friends will have no idea what this car is. Justin, I believe that most of your friends will be like, whoa, dude, what's that? So listen, it's just really cool. A couple things, that I like about your car here. One, what were they, 1964 and a half when they started manufacturing these. Mustang guys will say 1964 and a half. This is a great example of a survivor. I think they made somewhere in the order of 600,000 of these cars in the first year or so. Guys, leave me comments if you know more. We got more information for our buddy Justin here. But these cars were plentiful. So there's a first-gen Mustang for everybody on every budget. And it looks like Justin's got a really nice one here. The thing I like about this one, number one, it looks really straight. Doesn't look like it's been molested. Justin tells me it's low miles and it's a true survivor. Where do my eyes keep going? I got to be honest with you. Real talk, those wheels. Those are the right wheels for a 65 Mustang. I'm just going to say it. A lot of these have been modded and resto modded, and they're cool. Don't get me wrong. But I'd love to see a survivor, man. I just love to see an example of what it was back in 1965. The purist. This is a purist Mustang from that generation. Just so incredibly cool. Guys, let's keep going here, and let's look at Justin's Mustang. I've got more pics. Thank you so much, Justin, for sharing these. And guys, leave comments, like and subscribe. And here's just another view. Kind of a close-up view of the front clip here of Justin's Mustang. And those are the wheels I'm talking about. I mean, look at this thing. It's just so Americana. It's so classic. Justin, this thing looks solid. This thing looks straight. A lot of these had major rust and corrosion problems. I'm sure you and your dad are going to look it over. The good news about working on a project like this, Justin, as I'm sure you know, is that everything is available as replacement parts. There's just such a huge following for these classic Mustangs. You could buy everything. Repops, new old stock. It's all out there. So you can do pretty much anything you want with your Mustang as you and your dad restore it. What do I hope? What do I think? Your buddy CJ, doesn't matter what I think, but your buddy CJ would like to see you keep it as stock as possible. I just think you guys have such an incredible survivor here. You could do anything you want to this car. You could build a resto mod monster. You could build something, just goose it out, lower it, wheels, tires, the whole nine, LEDs, blah, 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 big block motor, whatever the heck you put into it. Put a Coyote in it, put a Boss 302 in it. You could do a lot of things to this car, and there's no wrong play. You don't want to get upside down in the car. I'd hate to see you overspend in a car like this as a young man. But having said that, I like to see cars like this, continue on as sort of survivors in their original form. That's just your buddy CJ. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep looking at Justin's car together. And let's look at another angle here. So what I will say, let's take a look at the engine bay. Justin, let's take a look at your engine bay. So Justin, what we've got here is your engine bay with that 289 V8. Couple things. You could do a lot of cleanup and dress up work here. A solid cleaning, resurfacing some of these parts, replacing some of these parts, routing the cables in a clean, well-managed manner will make a huge difference night and day. How far do you want to go? There's a rabbit hole here of pulling the engine out, or at least the top half of the engine, stripping all the components, stripping all the cables, the wires out, and really going nuts with it. Again, I don't know how far down that rabbit hole you want to go. That stuff can be fun. It's also time consuming, can also be costly. But I claim, if nothing else, pulling out the radiator, the battery, stripping out all those wires, etc., cables, getting everything cleaned up, dressed up a bit. Well, look at the horn. Horns need to be cleaned. The hood latch mechanism, we clean that up, we paint it. Some of those brackets there, we clean them up, we paint them. It's going to be just mind-blowing, the difference that'll make. I don't know if you're a chrome guy. Your buddy CJ is not a chrome guy, but you could either go with the orange, the blackout, the blue, the chrome. You could go in a lot of different directions that are really going to dress this up. I hate to see you do carbon fiber. Come on, Justin, don't do it. Let's stay within the era. That's just your buddy CJ's opinion, but there's a lot of opportunity for you to really make this car your own and to really dress it up a bit, as they say, in the engine bay there. So really cool, buddy. One other thing I want to look at here while we're rolling on Justin's 1965 Mustang. All right, let's pull up. So in the interior, looks like the interior is looking good. Solid looking interior, Mostly period correct. I don't think that the center console and the twin cup holders. Oh gosh, your buddy CJ better take another drink of coffee here. I don't think those center cup holders and center console were original. Pretty obvious. That's an update, but I think it's a well done update and much needed. I think anybody who's going to daily a car like this, you need a solid center console. You need cup holders. Your buddy CJ's a coffee drinker. I got to bring my coffee with me, Justin. Maybe you like Coke or Pepsi or whatever you like. You're too young for coffee, Justin. But listen, buddy, you got your cup holders. You put your phone in it. Don't use your phone while driving. Hey, it's the dad of me. I see it's got a modern stereo. The one thing I'll say for you and your dad, and I know your dad cares about you a lot, your buddy CJ cares about you a lot, I'd like to see you get shoulder harnesses, shoulder belts of some form, just to be in the spirit of safety. The other thing, too, with these old Mustangs, I don't know a lot about the 65s and the first gens, but if you're going to daily the car, I'd like to see power brakes and disc brakes. Money well spent. I don't know if this car has power brakes, disc brakes, but I think any investment that you're going to make, in this car, on that list, I'd like to see you make sure you've got really good modern brakes in this thing. It's money well spent. You should have it, especially if you're going to daily it, Justin. I'd also like to see you with some safety updates, such as the shoulder harness. Listen, it's an old car. It doesn't have airbags. It doesn't have the safety crumple zones and all those things. It is what it is. I know, same thing I'll say to you. I say to my son when he was a young man, and we had actually an old third-gen Camaro that we were messing with. Not the safest car on the road. So just something to consider. We'd like you to at least upgrade where you can, you and your dad, and I'm sure your dad's thinking the same way. A couple other things with this, Justin. Let's keep going. I mean, you've got a real beauty here. I love this car, man. Really love it. Let's take a look at this shot. This is Justin's 1965 Mustang. Justin, if it were me, I mean, you've got a really straight, clean example, a survivor. If it were me, I'd keep it as close to original and stock as possible. You could go resto mod. You could do a lot of different things. I'd love to see you keep it as close to stock as possible. We talked about, cleaning up the engine bay. We talked about the power brakes. If it doesn't already have power brakes, modern brakes, disc brakes, you should probably consider doing that with your dad. The shoulder belts, I'd love to see you do that. I claim the wheels are perfect the way they are. They are period correct. Could you go modern, bigger? Of course. And it's going to stand out more and do all those things. Of course, it'll look sharp and it'll look cool and it'll get more, dare I say, modern appeal and attention mixed with that classic styling. But I have to vote for the classic styling. That's just your buddy CJ's thought. I would say a nice free-flowing exhaust. Maybe, whatever. If the car has 1.5-inch exhaust, go with 2.5-inch exhaust. I'm making this up. Could you do headers on this thing? How loud and obnoxious do you want it to be? Do you want your neighbors to hate you, Justin? Come on. But no, I do think a nice free-flowing, throaty exhaust on this 289 will sound good. You want it to sound good, but not obnoxious. That's just my view. It gets old sometimes driving around with loud exhaust. Justin, we want you to be safe. We want you to drive safe, rumbling on down the road, cruising. Who's cooler than you? And I think the exhaust would be a nice update. The other thing I'll say is suspension and steering upgrades, at least going over everything and bringing it back up to where it was when it was new, but looking for opportunities to upgrade to make the car safer, better handling, I think would be smart as well. So those are some thoughts on Justin R's 1965 Mustang. What a great story, Justin. What a great car. Congratulations on it. Good luck restoring it with your dad, Jason. Guys, this is what we do here on Hot Seat Automotive Podcast. We talk about cars. Hit me up. Slide into my DMs, people, particularly on Instagram. Hot Seat Gearheads, hit me up. What do you got? Love to look at your car, do an episode on it, give it a review. Let's talk about it. Let's see what our members and our subscribers think about your car. But thank you so much, Justin and your dad, Jason, for sharing your 1965 Mustang with us. West Coast styling with that 65 Mustang. Let us know how the progress goes, Justin. Really cool. Best of luck to you. And guys, love all my subscribers, watchers, and listeners and followers. This channel just keeps growing and we're having so much fun. Guys, give me a like and subscribe. Leave me those comments. I'll answer all the comments I can. And until then, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.